Mackenzie Steele.
And I'm Chelsea Mina, and you're watching NSL Nightly.
This week at NSLC, students from around the world gathered in Washington, D.C. shortly after one of the most historic court rulings of our generation was made. Reporting from the campus of American University, Maggie Kartsanis has the story.
I'm here at American University in Washington, D.C., the city in which gay marriage was recently legalized nationwide by the U.S. Supreme Court. In a 5-4 ruling, the court justices declared the denial of a marriage license to any couple, despite any variation in their sexual orientation, to be unconstitutional. No matter what stance D.C. residents take, emotions in the past few days have been swelling in regards to the issue. We met up with some of the many people impacted by this historic decision.
I thought it was great. I think it's a really progressive decision, and I think it's beneficial for everyone. And it's a really huge step in the gay rights movement.
In about 5 seconds, we're going to see a wedding happening.
I think for a lot of people who are much older than I am, it's something that they've been struggling for their whole lives, and something that I know my generation and even people who are a little younger than I am might even take for granted.
Yeah, I am gay and I'm married to another woman. We got married 2 years ago in Vermont, where it was legal and still is legal. But we were always concerned when we decided to move out of DC or Maryland, where it's recognized, what would happen when we moved back to Florida. And even though, it kind of became law in Florida too, there's something great about knowing that anywhere I go in the United States, we're married. It's funny, on my Facebook feed, most people are pro marriage equality. There are a few who still believe in the idea of traditional marriage, but it's not going to rain on my parade. So,
now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Maggie. Expectedly heavy controversy still surrounds the issue and the ruling. Nonetheless, the undeniable fact is that the legalization of same-sex marriage throughout the country is a decision we won't soon forget.
In light of burgeoning campaigns for the 2016 presidential election, one of our reporters decided to look into the opinions of her colleagues on the candidates. Let's go to Zoe Osuwaze on the campus of American University to find out the results.
My name is Zoe Osuwaze, and recently I surveyed a portion of my NSLC peers at American University about the upcoming 2016 presidential election. Even though we aren't old enough to vote, I wanted to find out their perspectives on the candidates. Here are the results. After surveying about half of NSLC communications students, I found that many were uninformed or had a lack of opinion about the candidates.
My candidacy for President of the United States of America.
I'm running for president.
And I've decided I'm a candidate for President of the United States of America.
I'm Carly Fiorina, and I'm running for president.
Talked to political sciences major in TA with NSLC, Jeremy Hidalgo, about the upcoming election. I asked his age, how informed he was as a teen, and his thoughts on the Democratic and Republican nominations.
So I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it until I was a junior and senior in high school, so I'd say mild. Is that anything? If I had to put it on anyone right now, it would probably be between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. I would put it in between Jeb Bush by name recognition and then Chris Christie, just because he's been reaching a younger population of voters.
Overall, two of the most talked about candidates were Bush and Clinton. It will be exciting to see if one of these families returns to the White House. We'll just have to see what the campaigns hold. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Zoe. It seems that many teens still need to tap into politics, especially as they approach legal voting age. It will be exciting to see what this presidential election holds for America.
Take one look at the buildings on the American University campus and you'd know that you were in Washington, D.C. The striking similarities of the architecture there and in downtown D.C. are unique and show just how long the university has been around. Let's go to Cheyenne Alford on site to learn more.
We're here to find out more about the architecture around American University. I interviewed Trail Webb and Ed Beimfor for more information.
Planning was actually done by Frederick Law Olmsted, who is actually a very famous planner. He designed Central Park in New York City, the Yale University, Cornell University. So very famous planner actually laid out the original vision for this campus. It's a very similar type of material as the U.S. Capitol, the Tennessee limestone. A little more traditional neoclassical building.
The style of the building is a combination, it's essentially Romanesque, meaning columns and pillars and domed archways. And if you look building to building around the quad or in some of the new architecture, the new East Campus, there's a similarity of spirit, if you will, building to building without being identical.
Keep to the same theme of campus in terms of the soft palette colors, the limestone, the texturing, But in terms of actual design style, it's really kind of each building has its own life, own form and unique purpose.
Architecture, like technology, it moves on, through different phases.
Well, there you have it. As you can see, these buildings have become an icon over time. We hope to see them in the future as well. This is Cheyenne Alford signing off. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Cheyenne. As you can see, American University has a rich history, and these buildings are certainly an integral piece of proof, which we hope to see stay standing for many years to come.
People are shocked by many different experiences. However, some of the most jarring ones are when an individual is introduced to a culture vastly different from their own. Some people adjust much easier to new cultures, but many can be overwhelmed. Reporter Gabriela Landolfo sat down with two people to discover more about culture shock.
I'm Gabriela, reporting live from American University at the NSLC program. The students who attend this program come from all walks of life from around the world. Today, I spoke with the NSLC student, Tinny, who comes from Nigeria, but now attends boarding school in the United States. In this interview, she spoke of the shock accompanied by a new culture.
My name is Oluwateniola Odunto. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, so that's basically the West. Well, it's a culture really based on respect. Yeah, like the soul foundation of it is just respect. Everything is big and different. Like, your food portions are massive. Well, to be honest, I'm still trying to get used to it, but I think I'm adjusting, sort of feel like you're not the only one going through the culture shock, like we're all going through it together.
However, international students are not the only people experiencing the shock. Students from the rural United States feel a similar surprise at the big city.
My name is Reagan Voigt, but the town I go to school is Melissa, Texas, and that's about 2,000. There was a lot of people, and it kind of overwhelmed me. I don't think I will ever be a crowd person.
The shock of a big city can affect anyone, including the people in our very own country. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Gabriela. It's incredibly eye-opening to hear the views of those who are not native to the district yet embrace the big city and its culture.
I'm Mackenzie Steele.
And I'm Chelsea Mina.
Thanks for watching NSL Nightly.
Thanks, Yo Gabba Gabba.
It's incredibly eye-opening to hear the views of those who are not native to the district.
I'm Maggie Pye.
And I'm Audrey Hepburn.
Thanks for watching this, I guess.
Be positive.
And I'm an amazing woman.
Hey, thanks ya for seeing.
Oh, and I'm Big Ben. Thanks, fam. Thanks, fam.